Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're doing something a little different. I was simply going to go out for a ride because, well, it's the weekend and it's dry, but the weather, it doesn't exactly inspire me with confidence. So instead we're heading over to the paint store, hopefully to get some paint for my little 125. So, why does Rafiki here need paint? Well, because I'm rather particular about the way he looks. No, it's not that. Having taken out the Lexmoto LXS recently, couldn't help but notice whilst filming that video and editing that video, couldn't help but notice just how new that bike still looks. And, well, you'd expect it to, it's only 1 year old. Rafiki here, he's 13 years old this year. And it's starting to show in places. Now, don't get me wrong, we do get a lot of compliments about the condition that this bike is in, because I do try and keep him nice and clean and polished, and anything that needs painting I like to paint it. So he does look good for his age, but there's one particular area where you can just see the wear and tear over the years, and that is the swing arm. Now, the swing arm's an interesting piece of the bike when it comes to making it look good, because short of taking it off and painting the whole thing, what are you going to do? Well, I am open to taking the whole swing arm off and painting it. But if we go down that road, well, we're still going to need to know what colour to paint it, because I wouldn't be looking to change the colour of the swing arm. I think it blends in quite nicely with the back of the bike. So at the very least today, we need to try and get a colour match for that swing arm. But what I will be doing, what I would like to do, is to see whether we can tidy it up without having to go to the extent of removing it and painting it. You see, on the swing arm at the minute, on the left hand side, in one area the paint has quite literally just worn through, and there's another small area on the other side, and in particular at the back of the swing arm near the chain adjusters, it just looks pretty terrible. You can just tell that the bike's getting a bit old. And yeah, paint chips and stuff like that. And it's an interesting thing for me to want to do, because one thing that I've never particularly wanted to do is completely get rid of all of Rafiki's what I call battle scars. You see, on both sides of the bike he has got scratches. He's got battle scars from where previous owners have dropped him, and maybe one day I'd like to address that, but I've never really felt the need to. I feel like his scratches, his battle scars, they're a representation of where he's been. He is a learner bike. People, previous owners, at least one of them, if not more, have dropped this bike. And so maybe one day I'll fix that, but at the moment I'm not looking to. But things like his swing arm, you just look at it and it's like, yeah, that could do with tidying up. And it's one of those jobs that doesn't need doing. I must admit, a lot of the jobs that I do on this bike don't need doing as such. It's just me being a little bit particular. But having tidied this bike up quite a lot, you can now tell exactly what it is that's letting the bike down from the point of view of his appearance. You can clearly see what lets him down, especially when he's nice, clean, polished, and then you see the swing arm. It's one of those things It's one of those jobs that on an everyday bike just wouldn't get done. And don't get me wrong, I use this bike all the way through the winter, and so, you know, it's not an everyday bike as such, but I could very easily just ride this bike every single day. But let's get to the paint shop and let's see if we can get a colour match and hopefully at least tidy up that swing arm. Did I leave you in second gear? Yes. That explains why you didn't want to go anywhere just then. Right then. See if we can get close enough to their store. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right then, let's see if we can colour match this swing arm. Oh my gosh, look at you. You were clean. You were clean. So, well, we got a can. It may or may not match. That's the only problem. So the issue is with the swing arm is that it's textured. So although they've, and it's a bit dirty on this side, although they've colour matched it, they've actually colour matched it on this side. Yes, although they've colour matched it, it is textured, so it might not be a perfect match. Personally, I think anything's better than bits of missing paint, like paint worn through and chips and chips and chips and chips. I think anything's better than that. So we'll see. We'll see how much of a match it is. I would rather not do paint jobs, if I'm honest. I'm a great mechanic, but not great when it comes to paint. I have a nephew who is a sprayer. I should really try and draw upon his knowledge and see if I can become better with paint myself. I mean, I do the necessary, you know. I've done the yoke and the clip-ons on this bike, and they're fine. It's just not something that I really particularly enjoy. But it is a necessity if you want your vehicles to continue to look good. You may need to do some paint from time to time. And this one's going to be an interesting one, because as I say, I am fully prepared to have to take the swing arm off and do the whole thing if necessary. But I would really like to not have to do the whole thing. We shall see. He's waiting for me. Nice. Always nice when a car driver helps out a biker. Well, what I've actually done here is I've given myself yet another job to do on the bike, which is definitely a theme for me and this bike. Now, there are still several other jobs that I want to do on this bike. His wheels, for example. I'd like to get his wheels refurbished. Now, there's a paint job that I'd always farm out. Even if I was a master sprayer, I would probably still farm out the wheel refurbishment to someone else, because I've done it before. It's doable, but it's fiddly. It's like this thankless task. I'm definitely going to farm that one out to someone else. But I'd like to maybe do his R6 lever conversion that I've been talking about for a long time, because I really don't like the master cylinder that he has. So there's that. And there's just for me, there's a general need to tidy up this bike. As I say, Some parts are, shall we say, weathered. Some are showing a little bit of wear and tear. And now is the time to do this work. Ready for the new season. Because let's face it, in 3 months' time, we will have 9 PM sunsets again.